Welcome to the Francis Howell High School graduation for the class of 2020. The ceremony is about to begin. Will everyone please rise for the playing of Pomp and Circumstance and the recognition of the members of the class of 2020.
Good evening. Please direct your attention to the large screens in the arena as Francis Howell High School choir members Juliana Reams and Kayla Jansen lead us in singing of the national anthem. Everyone is asked to remain standing. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. And gentlemen graduates, please remove your caps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the lands of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Juliana and Kayla. At this time, guests and class of 2020 are asked to be seated. In memory of all of those Viking family members we lost this year, we have lit a candle to honor them during the ceremony. Please now welcome Hannah Schauer, who has been selected to give the opening remarks today. Please direct your attention to the large screens.
Hello, Vikings. As you may all know me, my name is Hannah Schwar, and I'd like to welcome family, friends, teachers, administration, and of course, the class of 2020. Be sure to stay at least 6 feet away from each other because this is definitely more than 10 people. Although senior year may not have ended up the way we expected, I would say we broke the record for senior skip days. During quarantine, we had times to reminisce about the past and think about the things we missed out on. Coming at all of that, now we look back at the good times, the memories, and the everlasting friendships we've created between these 4 years. We have come so far as a class. We were born after the 9/11 tragedy and ending it with a national pandemic. When trying to find a word to define our class, it was challenging. All I could come up with was strong and resilient because of all the hardships we've overcome collectively. As a class, we have changed societal norms. We are known as a technology generation. Although we do have the typical high school scenario, the popular kids, the jocks, the band kids, the theater kids, and the nerds, but along with all that, it never separated us. I only think it made us stronger. We came together through this rough, once-in-a-lifetime experience, hopefully, and showed us a new way of how we can connect. Whether it be through Zoom calls, drive-by birthdays, or even trunk hangouts, we never stopped connecting with one another. All in all, as a class, we have come together through thick and thin. Although senior year wasn't ideal, we made it something memorable. As each and one of you goes on to their own career paths, whatever you may choose, I wish you the best of luck. I want each and one of you to look back and see the good you've done. Keep striving for your goals and don't look back. I'll miss walking through our halls, going to class, and most importantly, Pizza Monday. Thank you. And without further ado, I would like to begin the class of 2020 Howell graduation ceremony.
Thank you, Hannah, for your opening remarks. My name is Angie Kozlowski, and as Associate Principal of Francis Howell High School, I welcome you here this evening on this extraordinary occasion. Dr. Wedlock is very sorry to say he cannot be with you tonight and wishes you a wonderful evening of celebration. He looks forward to talking with you during yearbook distribution this fall. For tonight, however, is a time of celebration, reflection, and hope. It is an evening full of anticipation for these seniors, soon-to-be graduates, their families, and friends. Thank you for sharing in this special moment with the class of 2020. Each year, one senior is selected to address the graduating class to reflect on this special moment. Each year, one senior is selected to address the graduating class to reflect on the past and to offer remarks of encouragement to fellow classmates as they look forward to the future. This year, senior Taylor Montanero has been selected to address the 2020 senior class.
As kids, we looked forward to the next biggest thing in our lives. The next summer, the next holiday, or the next school year, and now graduation. Instead of thinking of what's next, let's take a second to reflect on our past 4 years at Howell. We started as impressionable 14-year-olds with no idea of what high school was like or the journey we'd face. Then came our memorable firsts. First schedule pickup, first day, which was filled with wrong turns and schedule memorizations, followed by our first assembly, first homecoming, first games, and our first opportunities to join activities, sports, and clubs. A chance to be yourself with endless possibilities and to create your story at Howell and make your mark. As the days flew by and the first became fond stories, your freshman year is complete and you are no longer a freshie anymore. Sophomore year, we moved down a couple rows of football stadium bleachers. We were a year older, a year wiser. We knew the hallways a little better. We witnessed a solar eclipse and learned who our school rivals were, and slowly started becoming a Viking and embracing that unique spirit. The year ended almost as quickly as it started. Junior year rolled around, and we are finally upperclassmen. We know that this year is super important. College fairs, thinking about our future and what we want to accomplish. We became closer with the class above us and enjoyed our first and final prom together. After a couple setbacks, we knew where the best places to sit during an assembly was. We knew the hallways like the back of our hands, and that reading the Viking Insider would increase our chances of winning a pizza during Trivia Mondays. We were ready for our finale. Senior year, the one where everything changed. We had our last high school scheduled pickup, posed for our final school pictures, ordered our caps, gowns, and tassels. We left our handprints on the wall at the top of the common staircase and enjoyed our many snow days. We got excited for our last semester, and then everything changed. But what else is new? We know what change is and what it looks like. It wasn't easy, but we grew up in a world that's constantly changing around us. Some of us had our last seasons, concerts, practices, competitions, games, meets, uniform turn-ins, and some of us didn't get to have our last first game or a senior night. The ability to grow with a new team and make those final memories playing for Howell. We didn't get our senior awards night, or a last chance at a golden helmet and properly receive that award, or a final banquet to highlight all of our accomplishments. But here we are. Let me be the one to say congratulations. Through everything in our life that we have fought for, we're able to accomplish something after being knocked down multiple times. The class of 2020 is one that will forever be remembered. We had obstacles, but we are strong like Vikings. We are persistent, determined, resilient, and we made it.
Thank you, Taylor. It is a great privilege to have with us today Dr. Nathan Hoven, Superintendent of Schools. If you know anything about this dedicated educator, you know that Dr. Hoven believes in the Francis Howell School District and its mission. He is committed to and passionate about providing a quality public education for all students. At this time, I would like to recognize Dr. Hoven, Superintendent of the Francis Howell School District. Thank you, Dr. Hoven. Also with us today are the following officials. This includes current members of the Board of Education, President of the Board, Mrs. Mary Lang, Vice President of the Board, Mrs. Janet Stiglich, Treasurer of the Board, Mr. Patrick Lane, Directors, Mr. Mike Hain, and Mr. Doug Ziegemeyer. Mr. Chad Lang and Mrs. Michelle Walker are also part of our board, but they were unable to be here this evening. I would like to thank each of these individuals for being here today, for their commitment to the class of 2020, and for their commitment to providing a quality education for all the students in the Francis Howell School District. At this time, I will ask you to direct your attention to the large screens for the Board of Education's address to the class of 2020.
Hello, class of 2020. You finally made it to graduation. I'm your board president, Mary Lang.
And I'm Vice President Janet Stiglich.
I'm Treasurer Patrick Lane.
I'm Director Mike Hain.
I'm Director Chad Lang.
I'm Director Michelle Walker.
And I'm Director Doug Ziegemeyer.
And we are your Francis Howell Board of Education.
And after 13 years of school, you had better not be Board of Education.
Because, as it says on the plaque, you are lifelong learners prepared for the future.
As graduates in the 21st century, you will all need to continue your learning in order to succeed in our rapidly changing world.
While that means college for most of you, others will be getting advanced certificates, going to a trade school, or entering the military. Learning takes many different forms.
And we've certainly seen that recently as our students and our staff rose to the challenge of online learning. Kudos to you and your teachers.
As much as you've learned in the last 12 and a half years, just think about what you've learned in the last 4 months.
It is possible to take an AP psychology class in your pajamas.
Most Zoom meetings do look like an episode of the Brady Bunch.
Human interaction is important to your emotional well-being.
You don't really have to shower every day.
Faster internet service should be a priority at my house.
It's not right to hoard food or toilet paper.
There really are meetings that you can accomplish just with an email or a text.
Yes, I really do miss sports that much.
And over the last 4 months, everyone has learned what an important role our teachers play and what an important role public schools have in our community.
And if there's anything we learned from 2020, it's that the future is more unpredictable than ever.
Life will throw you curveballs, but if you want to play in the big leagues, you have to learn how to hit the curve.
But times of great turmoil also present times of great opportunity for change.
Maybe more of us can work virtually from home in the future.
Maybe we can continue to reduce our carbon footprint and dependence on fossil fuels.
Maybe heightened awareness of good hand washing and personal hygiene will help us all stay healthier.
Maybe more of us will realize that racism, inequality, and violence are unacceptable, period.
We are truly sorry your senior year didn't finish as planned.
But maybe we learned not to take so much for granted.
And maybe we learn to appreciate the little things just a little bit more.
The sun shines, the grass grows, and the wind blows.
Even during a global pandemic and a stay-at-home order.
In an uncertain world, one thing is for certain, class of 2020.
You will never forget your senior year, and we won't either.
Thank you, Mrs. Lang and the Board of Education. As you know, Dr. Wedlock couldn't be with you tonight. However, he did prepare a few words he wanted me to share to honor you tonight. Welcome, everyone, once again to the Class of 2020 Viking graduation ceremony. The staff and I are so happy to welcome you here to this evening and so appreciate your efforts to be here today. The 105-year-old Francis Howell High School community is a special place for us, and we joyfully welcome you here to be a part of this celebration as we return to some wonderfully fond memories of the last 4 years and share our lives with all of you here today. The Howell community is large and vibrant. As we know from the proud tradition of achievement, and I would like to take a moment to recognize those here today, in person and online, to celebrate. First, thank you, teachers, past and present, for leading the academic growth and development that brought us here today. Thank you, parents. Whether today marks the first Viking graduate in your family or the last, we thank you for your partnership, leadership, and support in assisting your graduate. To Howell alumni, thank you for setting a standard of success that our graduates have reached for over the last 4 years. And to grandparents, siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, and all others here today to celebrate, thank you for your patient support and love for the members of the class of 2020. Graduates, as many of you know, I am not a person who watches a lot of television. These past 3 months, however, have left a great deal of time to be filled. And once, this spring, while flipping channels, I landed on The Voice for a few minutes. Never having watched the show, I found it fascinating how the judges looked for the special sound, tone, or approach to singing that made them want to have a specific contestant on their team. In preparation for today, it reminded me of a question I am often asked by students. What makes us special? What sets us apart from other students in other graduating classes? In other words, what makes the song, the class of 2020, any different? The initial answer, of course, is that your song is filled notes of trial and tribulation as you overcame snow days that wiped out fall final exams and a school closure that wiped out a full academic quarter this spring. Beyond these recent events, however, your 4 years at Francis Howell High School have yielded refrains of success and achievement through your commitment to finding the best in yourself and in others. For the class of 2020, you have moved from wishing and hoping for a better future into taking the specific, attainable steps to create it. The first of these steps have been 8 semesters of challenging academic work to join a century-long chorus of Viking academic achievement. For the class of 2020, this effort has resulted in 44 students scoring a 31 or higher on the ACT to earn Missouri's Bright Flight Scholarship. 100 of you earning a 4.0 GPA or higher. 192 students earning the Standard of Academic Achievement Medal, which is a combination of success in college prep curriculum and Francis Howell High School student activities. 195 students have a 3.5 GPA or higher, and more than 400 students earning the right to be called part of the Viking class of 2020. These numbers represent many hours of toil, hard work, and sacrifice that left no doubt to what your goals were or the certainty in which you would achieve them. Of course, documentation of these hours never appeared in viral melodies posted on Insta or TikTok, and their progression at times seemed very slow, like when you don't have enough Wi-Fi speed to load your favorite lip sync video. The real results, however, have landed the class more than $23 million in scholarships. This ability to sing and express honestly in ways that go beyond the surface and secure genuine connection also appear in the culture led by the class of 2020. In my conversations with you, it was never enough to simply review the words of the mission of the school or talk about what has been accomplished in the past. The class of 2020 always wanted to look deeper, to see the metaphorical notes, bars, and time signatures that bond Vikings together in dynamic harmonies. And then, once identified, create action to improve. In essence, your effort reminded us all of the futurist and author John Naisbitt's statement: everyone wants to be treated in a way that shows they matter, and when they are, it brings out the best in them. For the class of 2020, it seems clear that best songs are always the ones in which everyone has a part and we all sing along. And finally, and possibly most significantly, you did all of this, class of 2020, because you know that finding your own song, your own rhythm, is vital to finding your own success and finding yourself. This spring, especially, you face multiple challenges, including material obstacles like access to high-speed internet, online textbooks, and quiet study spaces, while also facing social-emotional hurdles, such as finding relief from anxiety, adjusting to change, and finding peer connection solely online. Through all of this, the Viking class of 2020's call to action resonated with continuing to reach for essential learning goals, showing up as authentic people, and connecting with others through shared experiences. Tonight, we are gathered here to celebrate the 4-year outcome of these actions as they demonstrate your maturity, your capability in adapting to new situations, and ultimately your power, your joy, your dedication, and your dignity in attaining the freedom of graduating from high school. All these gifts and more will serve you well and create a sweet song of success well into the future. Class of 2020, thank you for the 4 years, for the 4-year front row seat in witnessing your journey. We are so very proud to have you all on our Francis Howell High School Forever team and can't wait to see where your amazing, awesome, and tremendous talents will lead. In speaking of finding new adventures and sacrificing for others, we now would like to recognize our graduates entering the military. As an Army National Guard veteran and a person who missed my high school graduation to begin boot camp, these young men and women hold a special place in my heart. When I call your name, I would ask that you and your parents stand. We will recognize them as a group once all the names have been read. Aiden Denny won the $180,000 United States Marine Corps Naval Reserve Officers Training Corps Scholarship. Ethan Enyart, United States Navy. Chase Goodrich, United States Marine Corps. Jack Hart, United States Army. Connor Hutchison, United States Air Force. Taylor Montanaro will be leaving on Monday for the United States Air Force. Megan Stoutenborough, United States Army. And Grant Wickenheiser, United States Air Force. We thank you for your service to our country and wish you safe travels. At this time, we will begin the formal recognition of our graduates. As we prepare to honor each individual graduate, I would like our guests to note the honor cords and medallions that some of our graduates have earned. This information is noted on the program that you picked up in a packet from school. In addition to the honor cords that students may be wearing other medallions. One is the SAA Standard of Academic Achievement Award. Students wearing this medallion have pursued a program of academic rigor, have participated in at least one extracurricular activity each year, and have demonstrated good citizenship. These students also will be honored with the SAA designation as their names are read. Some students may be wearing a Golden Helmet medallion, which is for recognition as a Golden Helmet recipient. To earn this award, a teacher nominated the student for a unique accomplishment once during their 4 years of high school. Some students have earned an additional academic honor and may be wearing one of the 3 academic achievement medallions. A bronze medallion denotes cum laude achievement. A silver medallion denotes magna cum laude achievement. And a gold medallion denotes summa cum laude achievement. An explanation of these academic achievement awards is in your program. Each year, the senior class chooses one teacher as the Grand Marshal for the graduating class. I would like to ask the Student Council President, Eliza Jones, to introduce the 2020 Grand Marshal.
Mr. Anders has shown such dedication to his work and all of the students whose lives he has impacted. He always puts forth an effort to make sure any student feels welcome. He leads everybody on a road to success. On behalf of the Class of 2020, I'm proud to announce that he is the Class of 2020's Grand Marshal. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Anders, and thank you for your years of service in participating in today's ceremony. Another prestigious award given to a member of the Francis Howell High School faculty is the Teacher of the Year Award. The faculty of Francis Howell High School selected Mrs. Kristen Adams as the 2020 Teacher of the Year. We are privileged to have Mrs. Adams as a member of our Viking Guidance Department and appreciate her excellent service to our students and families. Mrs. Adams will now join the ceremony by reading the names of each graduate. In a moment, each graduate will come forward to be recognized. Please note that graduates are in approximate alphabetical order. Please pay close attention so as not to miss your graduate's name being called. I ask the class of 2020 to please sit quietly and act respectfully as each of you have pledged to do, and listen as we honor each of your classmates for the final time. And now, as the Associate Principal of Francis Howell High School, acting at the direction of the Board of Education and with the approval of the Superintendent of Schools, I declare the members of the class of 2020 here present to have met all of the requirements of graduation from Francis Howell School District and the state of Missouri. I direct the graduates to now come forward and receive their diplomas. We will begin the presentation of diplomas with the 2020 class president, student council president, and the other senior speakers, followed by the rest of the class in approximate alphabetical order.
Jamal Shaban Magambo, SAA, magna cum laude. Alexis Paige Betlech. Hannah Ameo Shawar. Taylor Ann Montanero. Eliza Lynn Jones, SAA. Sierra Gail Hayes, SAA, summa cum laude. Timothy Richard Sharp. John David Wilson. Jacob Michael Abernathy. Pratham Agrawal, SAA, summa cum laude. Callaway Matthew Akihiro, SAA, summa cum laude. Lester James Alexander, SAA, summa cum laude. Carolyn Catherine Allen. Megan Rose Allen, SAA. Rebecca Lynn Amos, SAA, cum laude. Gianni Paul Anzalone. Keegan Ray Armstrong. Spencer Anthony Ayers. Michaela Kimsey Beckley, SAA, cum laude. Rebecca Margaret Baltz. Naomi Selena Becerra. Kenaz Allen Barks, SAA. Luke Matthew Bartnick. Evan Takeo Ball, SAA cum laude. Noah Mitchell Baxter, SAA. Grace Elizabeth Bayer, SAA summa cum laude. Tyler Scott Richard Becker, SAA. Leo Alexander Beagley. Macy Ray Bextemuller. Sebastian Tyler Billman. Hayden Elizabeth Ann Bissell. Davion Deontay Bland. Luke Kyler Blondin, SAA cum laude. Allison Michelle Boskowitz, SAA magna cum laude. Sean Victor Bain. Caleb Robert Bogner, SAA summa cum laude. Eric Michael Bowler, SAA. Megan Nicole Bonham, SAA summa cum laude. Santino Anthony Bono, SAA magna cum laude. Nicholas Charles Bosher. Ethan Robert Bougeret. David Cole Brabham. Josie Catherine Brockensick. Jack Gabriel Brinkman. Michaela Aaron Brock. Olivia G. Brock. Nicole Ann Brommelhurst, SAA magna cum laude. Bailey Tatiana Brown. Braden Ann Brown. Kimberly Ann Brown, SAA cum laude. Megan Therese Brown, cum laude. Olivia Claire Bunton. Shannon Rose Callanan, SAA cum laude. Andrew Cade Calloway, SAA summa cum laude. Stocks Payton Calvert. Nicholas Santos Canul. Ethan James Cargill, SAA summa cum laude. Riley Ann Casey, SAA cum laude. Ty Robert Costello. Maya Lee Castro, SAA. Reagan Ray Cathcart, SAA, summa cum laude. Clayton Michael Catlett, cum laude. Chloe Aisling Chappell, SAA, magna cum laude. Ethan Scott Childs, SAA. Blake Wayne Sissel. Kylie Olivia Clay, SAA. Harrison Edward Clayton. Allison Edie Clemens. Amalia Joyce Coleman, SAA. David Michael Collins. Amber Lynn Connell, SAA. Joshua Brian Cooper, SAA. Isabel Michael Cordia, SAA. Leighton Allen Cordray. Jason Daniel Coriel, magna cum laude. Anthony Brennan Crane. Bradley William Kramer, SAA, cum laude. Christopher Dennis Kramer, SAA, cum laude. Jack Austin Krigler. Braden Thomas Kripe. Caroline Adele Cross. Courtney Elizabeth Crow, cum laude. Gavin Maurice Crow. Olivia Virginia Kroll. Sophia Brianne Davis, SAA, cum laude. Jacob Austin Deal, SAA, summa cum laude. Aiden Carter Denny, SAA. Elizabeth May Denny, SAA, summa cum laude. Sabrina May Dixon. Vanina Libomorova Dimitrova, SAA. Ryan James Doak. Andrew Wynn Doan, SAA, summa cum laude. William Vandiver Dobert, SAA, summa cum laude. Christopher Lee Doring, SAA, summa cum laude. Kayla Marie Donovan. Jacob Lewis Dorn. Jordan Renee Dreggy, SAA. Caitlin Rose Drury. Devin Alexander Dubitsky. Brooke Nicole Ellen Duke. Mackenzie Marie Eberlin. Alexis Paige Edgar, SAA, magna cum laude. Julius Elliott Jr. Kayla Michelle Elmore, SAA, summa cum laude. Chase Thomas Engelhard. Ethan Eldon Enyart. Catherine Isabel Eiler, SAA, summa cum laude. Danielle Nicole Farah. Grace Herceline Falconberry Hicks. Alex Thomas Fellows, SAA, magna cum laude. Lily Hastings Fields, SAA, summa cum laude. Samuel Hayden Figgins. Miranda Catherine Fish. Taylor Marie Flemons, SAA. Parker William Floria, SAA. Trent Alexander Fremel, SAA. Anthony John Gallagher. Hannah Yaley Gallagher, SAA. Reese Marie Gentilini. Olivia Nicole Gibson, SAA, magna cum laude. Sydney Grace Gibson. Ethan Michael Giesman. Sydney Marie Gione, SAA. Chase Matthew Goodrich. Kaylee Elizabeth Goshi, SAA, cum laude. Maggie Alina Graham. Dawson Cole Granger, SAA. Shelby Lynn Graves, SAA, cum laude. Bennett William Green. Morgan Gabrielle Greenlee. John Layton Grimes, SAA. Jack David Groner. Faith Elizabeth Grubeling, cum laude. Samuel Stoney Gruner. Turner Daniel Gerbinski. Kalisa Rakaya Habibullah, summa cum laude. Celeste Anna Hafner, SAA, summa cum laude. Joel Reese Hagley. Kylie Marie Hale, SAA, magna cum laude. Michael Roger Haley, SAA. Emma Jane Hamilton, summa cum laude. Natalie Ann Haney. Abigail Lynn Hanna, SAA. Danielle Grace Hansen. Kyle Stephen Hansen. Noah Matthew Harper, SAA, summa cum laude. Jack Thomas Hart. Ashley Marie Faith Hayes. Drake Andrew Heismeyer, SAA. Madeline Ann Heller, SAA. Cheyenne Kendall Henry, SAA. Davidas James Hermanus, SAA. Burke Joseph Hodebeck, summa cum laude. Allison Paige Hoff. Brandon Kyler Hoffman, SAA, cum laude. Kylie Madison Holman. Jessica Marie Hornberger, SAA. Samuel Adam Howerton, summa cum laude. Cammie Elaine House. Hannah Grace Hewlin, SAA, magna cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Hungria, SAA. Olivia Lauren Hunsicker, SAA. Connor Graham Hutchison. Sarah Olivia Eyrig, SAA, summa cum laude. Rihanna Jane Irizarry. Brendan Aaron Iverson. Jaden Yeager. Maggie Marie James. Kayla Nicole Jansen, SAA. Blake Eric Jenkins, SAA, summa cum laude. Bryce Walter Johnson. Connor Ryan Johnson. Emma Christine Johnson, SAA. Lakin Claire Johnson. Matthew James Johnson. Stephanie Barrett Ray Johnson, SAA, magna cum laude. Allison Ann Jones, SAA. Blake Maxwell Jones, cum laude. Hunter Alexander Kane. Corinna Valentina Cantors, SAA, magna cum laude. Nicholas Peter Elvin Cantors. Kaylee Ann Capeller, SAA, summa cum laude. Quinn Elise Karhoff, SAA, summa cum laude. Eden Mackenzie Carolzak, SAA. Pavandeep Kaur, SAA, magna cum laude. Riley Daniel Kem. Grayson Rashawn Kennedy. Eric Stephen Teese Hewitt, SAA. Lorenzo Ramos King. Catherine Naomi Kinnear. Jackson Dale Kite, SAA. Caitlin Marie Klott. Allison Darlene Clue. Sydney Ann Kaler, SAA, magna cum laude. Emily K. Kolbrecker. Mehakjat Kar Kuner, SAA. Giovanni Edward Copen. Ryan Joshua Kramer, SAA. Nicholas William Cool, magna cum laude. Addison Paige Kuiper. Will Amrik Singh Kumar, SAA, summa cum laude. Bofua Nafor Kume, SAA. Joshua Thomas Kyle. Jonathan Allen Lane, SAA. Joshua Lawrence Lanham, SAA and magna cum laude. Jack Henry Larkin. Autumn Elizabeth Lauer. Camille Ann Lechner, SAA, summa cum laude. Sophia Grace Lequier, SAA, summa cum laude. Sean Joseph Lehman, SAA. Caden Lawrence Liddell, SAA, summa cum laude. Natalie Therese Liddy, SAA. Andrea Dorothy Lynn, SAA, summa cum laude. Kennedy Danielle Lindauer, SAA, summa cum laude. Danielle Marie Lindsay, SAA, summa cum laude. Cole August Lidkin. Drew Jeffrey Lamar, SAA, summa cum laude. Lucas Dean Lovelette, SAA. Drew Riley Lucas. Catherine Isabel Luntz, SAA, summa cum laude. Shelby Elizabeth Maddox, cum laude. Zorielis Anid Masonette Velez. Milan Elise Maingram. Lauren Michelle Manhart, SAA, summa cum laude. Austin Andrew March, SAA. Peyton Corinne Martin. Caitlin Christine Mason, magna cum laude. Liam Allen Mason. Amanda Nicole Mathewson. Sydney Rachel McGee. Allie Jordan McLaughlin, SAA. Connor Michael McLaughlin. Andrew Joseph McNamara. Nicholas Paul Manconi. Tatiana Nicole Mercado, cum laude. Bradley Michael Mercurio. Croy Edward Merriweather, SAA. Reese Stephen Mertens, magna cum laude. Paul Joseph Metzger III, SAA, summa cum laude. Victor Camille Mafarij. Alyssa Renee Miller, SAA, magna cum laude. Brianna Faith Miller. Jacob William Miller. Kendra Kathleen Minch, SAA, summa cum laude. Mark Xander Mitchell, SAA, summa cum laude. Max Christopher Mitchell. Valerie Page Moore. Lucille Christine Maury. Daniel Yunho Maury. Jenna Marie Mosby. Christopher Charles Mosier. Jacob J. Mosier, SAA, magna cum laude. Rahul Singh Moss. Alejandra Marie Munoz, SAA, summa cum laude. Nathan Eric Muser, SAA, summa cum laude. Clayton Joseph Napoli. Anya Ariel Newton, SAA. Natalie Jan Wynn, SAA, magna cum laude. Gideon Maboina Nebo, SAA. Emma Renee Nichols. Adam Michael Noli, SAA, cum laude. Catherine Suzanne Norton, SAA. Kaylee Elizabeth Oberg. Keegan Elizabeth O'Donnell. Giovanni Omar Okumu. Nicole Grace Opperman, SAA. Michael Declan O'Sullivan. Claire Elizabeth Ott. Blake David Panagas, SAA, magna cum laude. Olivia Rowe Parker, SAA, summa cum laude. Sydney Lee Parker. Kyle Dylan Pedrick, SAA, magna cum laude. Hannah Marie Peters, SAA, summa cum laude. Anderson Elizabeth Peterson, SAA. Alexis Sophia Phillips. Jahanavi Bhavani Pingali, SAA, magna cum laude. Isaac Malcolm Posan, summa cum laude. Sydney Ellen Posan, magna cum laude. Charlie Ray Poole, SAA. Lucy Kathleen Postal. Sudeep Sai Potlery, SAA, summa cum laude. Lauren Michelle Potts. Faith Annabelle Price, SAA. Benjamin Scott Purcell. Molly Margaret Quick, SAA, summa cum laude. Caitlin Marie Quirk, cum laude. Colin Thomas Quirk, SAA, magna cum laude. Justin Tyler Radel, SAA. Claire Elizabeth Raftery. Ryan Michael Rainey, SAA. Lyra Hope Ramsey, summa cum laude. Isabella Elise Reed, SAA, summa cum laude. Brooke Ashlyn Reeder, SAA. Juliana Marie Reams, SAA, summa cum laude. Grant Michael Rowman, SAA. Lars Gordon Riemann, SAA, summa cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Ruther, SAA. Trent Michael Rhodes. Garrett Scott Richardson. Mackenzie May Richardson, SAA, summa cum laude. Rihanna Lynn Richardson, SAA. Grace Ann Riley, SAA, cum laude. Zachary Nathan Robbins. Asha Bell Roberts, SAA cum laude. Jasmine Nicole Roberts. Rachel Marie Rockenbach. Sydney Ann Rogers, SAA cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Reuter. Alexander Walter Rosen. Benjamin Xavier Rothman. Zachary Joseph Rotman, SAA. Hayden Scott Rupp. Amanda Jean Russell. Sydney Catherine Russell, SAA. Diana Natalie Salazar. Nicole Ava Sanders, SAA, summa cum laude. Matthew Benjamin Shark, SAA. Drew Michael Shank. Emma Elizabeth Sheeter, SAA, cum laude. Kennedy Olivia Schiermeyer. Grace Quinlan Schleter, SAA, summa cum laude. Dalton Kenneth Wynn Schmidt. Logan Cole Schremeyer, SAA, magna cum laude. Mark Melvin Schroeder. William Hale Schulte. Allison Mackenzie Schultz, SAA, summa cum laude. Jaden Schultz, SAA, summa cum laude. Devin James Scott. Emily Lee Scott, SAA, summa cum laude. Kyler Braden Sine. Anthony Mario Sesti. Armand Joseph Shabani, summa cum laude. Ashley Ann Shank. Gavin Deep Carr Shinger, SAA, cum laude. Eli Patrick Simmons. Olivia Grace Simmons. Ethan Craig Simpkins, SAA, summa cum laude. Evan Lee Simpkins, SAA, summa cum laude. Hannah Marie Sin. Ryan Joseph Skillington, SAA, cum laude. Hannah Marie Smith. Morgan Lynn Smith, SAA, magna cum laude. Samuel Reed Snyder. Hunter Johnston Spruill. Alexander William Stanley. Dominic Jacob Steno. Grace Catherine Steins, SAA, magna cum laude. Lena Elizabeth Steins, SAA, summa cum laude. Owen Thomas Steins, SAA. Jacob Fred Stemme, magna cum laude. Trevor Michael Stender. Malia Marie Stewart. Robert Charles Stewart. Ella Marie Stopke. Megan Jean Stoutenborough, SAA. Zachary David Strickland, SAA, summa cum laude. Noah Michael Sermon, SAA. Nicholas David Suter. Paige Elizabeth Suter. Aaron Klein Switzer, SAA, summa cum laude. Caitlin Diane Tartar. Mackenzie Nicole Taylor. Sydney Grace Taylor. Gurkamal Singh Tandil. Priyanka Elizabeth Thomas, SAA, summa cum laude. Caitlin Amber Thompson. Taya Lorene Tonson. Caitlin Lauren Trollich, SAA. Tin Trung Tran. Ethan Dylan Treese. Ryan Kenneth Tripp, SAA, summa cum laude. Porter Nicholas Umflett. Ethan Van Schockwick, SAA. Carter Ray Vinson, SAA, cum laude. Anthony Joseph Viviano, magna cum laude. Sarah Emily Vocal. Tyler Wayne Voges, SAA, cum laude. Cameron Vunatich. Taylor Elizabeth Wegster, cum laude. Autumn Olisa Walker. Christopher Joseph Wallweber. Alexander Heinz Walter. Allison Margaret Walter, SAA. Olivia Ann Wansing, SAA. Trace Brennan Watkins. Charlton Antonio Watson, Jr., SAA. Adam Gary Weber, SAA, summa cum laude. Riley Elizabeth Weber, SAA, summa cum laude. Dylan Thomas Wells, SAA, summa cum laude. Brandy Michelle Sue White. Grant Thomas Wickenhauser. Connor Nicholas Wiegand, SAA. Kurt Andrew Wiegand. Jacob Edward Wildschutz, SAA. Justin Earl Williams, SAA, cum laude. Nicholas Curtis Williams. Olivia Marie Willis. Lydia Marie Wilmus, SAA. Tristan Michael Winship, SAA. Julia Morgan Wise, SAA. Alexander Carl Whitmus, SAA. Abigail Ellen Wolf. Chloe Lane Wolf. Tanner Peyton Tennyson Wallen. Samuel Gregory West. Porter Elroy Zitting, SAA. And Benjamin Matthew Zorns.
Please now direct your attention to the large screen for a short address from your senior class co-president, Jamal Magumbo.
Members of the senior class, you've received your diploma. Please move your tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard, signifying your graduation from Francis Howell High School. Congratulations, everyone.
It is now my pleasure to introduce our closing remarks speaker, Sierra Hayes.
Class of 2020. Everywhere you look in our world and our school, we're told that because we're in this world, we have to conform to the patterns of it. We're told we need to do certain things to fulfill us. I don't know what it is for you. Maybe in high school you wanted to get a 4.0 or take more AP classes or be a captain or a president or a varsity athlete. But those things, they never really mattered that much. And I don't know about you guys, but having virtual school for the past couple months made me realize really how unimportant those things were. Now, don't misconstrue what I'm trying to say here. Accomplishing things and having goals, that's great. They're awesome. I have goals too. But there's a huge problem in our society when we begin to view ourselves as good enough or not good enough because of some simple titles. As humans, our purpose is not to achieve impossible goals or to have that number 1 out of 411 on our transcripts. No, those things will fade away. And on top of that, they're never going to fulfill us. So what's the point of all this then? The point is, we were created for relationships with one another. Think of your favorite teacher throughout high school. I would say there's a good chance they're your favorite teacher, not because you really liked math or science or Spanish, but because they changed you and shaped you in a way. I'd bet they built a genuine relationship with you and cared about you beyond what they put into Infinite Campus. And I think this is significant because we spent 4 years, or I guess 3.5, in our high school, and what stands out about our educators isn't their ability to teach, it's their ability to love. That's why we're drawn to those educators, counselors, and coaches. They're relational people who truly love well. And the love that they give us, it's not a mere word they say, it's an action. It's the way they put others first, challenge us, and teach with compassion. It's the way those certain teachers leave candy out on their desk every day, or have trivia Fridays, or let us use their Keurig. If we've been loved so well by a teacher and a wonderful counselor, then what's stopping us from extending that same grace and mercy to everyone else? These qualities won't look the same from everyone. That's okay. I don't know what they'll look like from you. But I know that love is patient and kind, and that it never fails. As you all are entering into this next part of your lives, I'd encourage you to think about what you want to be known for. As for me, and I hope for you too, I want to be remembered for how I loved people. I don't care about people knowing my class rank or that I was a JV cross-country runner my senior year. No, that doesn't matter. We can't ever accomplish something that will make us good enough. We're not defined by those things, but instead by how we treat others. And so I've got one last thing to say to you, class of 2020. This speech I'm giving you, it's supposed to be about my dream or my goal for our class, but if I'm being honest, I think all of these graduation speeches have the same goal. They want to change or inspire people. But truly, the only thing that's going to do that is love. We're drawn to people who love, like those educators I mentioned before, so let's become them. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamal and Sierra. Before we conclude this evening's ceremony, I would like to recognize Mrs. Jeanette Illingworth, the administrative assistant who also serves as a graduation coordinator. Without her diligent attention to all of the finer details, this ceremony would not have been this spectacular. Thank you, Jeanette. And now, graduates, please stand. Let it be known that I hereby declare these young men and women today and for all time to be graduates of Francis Howell High School and members of the Francis Howell High School family. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you at this time and for the final time the Francis Howell High School class of 2020. That concludes our commencement exercises. Thank you and have a wonderful and safe evening of celebration. Families and guests, please remain in your seats and you will get further information on how to exit with social distancing guidelines in place.
Congratulations, class 2020. Once the graduates have exited the floor of sections 121, 122, 101, 102, and 103, you want to make your way out gates 1 and 2. If section 114, 115, 116,